Hey 284, I'm Jhaka Wooding and I'm coming to you right now from the H. Lavity Stout Community College main campus in Paraquita Bay, and I'm joined once again by Teia, Lettsome, Grimm in the building. How are you, and welcome back to 284 Media.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, now we started our journey with you last year when you had your first solo art exhibition. Now, in our year in review, we mentioned it and we said we are looking forward to seeing what you're doing next year. So I'm really happy we're getting to keep that promise. Tell the people what is on the horizon for Grimm.
So first and foremost, it's crazy that you guys have kept up with my journey so long. So thank you. Time has flew. This year is actually my second exhibition that I'm doing. It's coming up in March 11th to the 22nd, and it's actually in St. Thomas this time, at the Gallery 81C. It was very nice, and I had a really great outcome with my first expo, and then the momentum just kept going, and now it's my second.
All right. Now, tell me a bit about how this collaboration came up. I mean, we got to hear all about how your collaboration with the Attic came up and we got to visit. I'm not sure if we're going to be catching the ferry or not. We're going to have to discuss that in future. But how did this come about?
So I actually saw a post on Instagram with 81C's upload with really great pictures. I guess they had like galleries and pop-ups going on with an artist already. And I'm like, you know what? Let me, shoot my shot. I DM'd them, and the owner, Zach Zook, shout out to Zach Zook, he hit me up and he saw my art and he's like, hey, we gotta link up ASAP. The next week, I was actually in St. Thomas. I stayed at his loft and he showed me around. He showed me to the gallery, and he was like, man, we need your art in here. We need to get something going. And that's really how this second exhibition started.
All right. Now, I really hope that at this point you could realize the impact that your art has on people.
Yeah.
And I really hope that has resonated with you already. I saw you posted on Instagram that you might have to pick a day and go back around and pick up all your art. So, I mean, there's a lot of homes that need to be on standby for that day. But of course, that's just because the community has accepted you and accepted your fantastic work. Could you tell us a bit about your process in preparing for this up-and-coming exhibition?
Yeah, so first and foremost, let me address that, because people think I'm playing. You see, I'm really at one point in my career, this art career, I am going to circle back around and steal all of my paintings back. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout. Preparation for this expo, I'm still preparing for it, which is crazy. It's kind of a knees to chest situation because the timeline, March 11th is next week.
Yeah.
And I still have a couple more pieces to do just because of shipping situations. I've just got my canvas, but honestly, I think that's when the pressure hits and I do so much better. So I'm very excited. I have a couple works in this exhibition as well. Shout out to HLSCC. Creative Waves, thank you so much for making me a part of this expo as well. So I got prepared for this one first, and then I'm like, oh crap, next week is March 11th. I gotta prepare for that one as well. So it's kind of like a back-to-back thing.
All right. Now, of course, people are keeping their eyes on your journey. I just want to know, what's it been like for you keeping that momentum? Because I could imagine it's a lot of work. Like you just said, it's knees to chest right now. What's the last year been like for you?
The last year has kind of been helter-skelter. I very much appreciate everyone's feedback with my art. I had no idea that I would have such a great feedback from everyone. I didn't know that art was such a big part of this community on Tortola, so I'm very happy for that. And honestly, this last year has been filled with nothing but love, projects, events. So it's very much filled, but it's filled with love.
All right. And of course, being a young artist, it might not have sunk in for you yet that there are other young Virgin Islanders looking up to you now. So what kind of advice do you have for young artists coming up and trying to hone their craft?
Honestly, it sounds cliche, but don't stop. Just don't stop. And the reason I say that is because time gonna go by regardless. So I always tell myself, the next day gonna come is either you're gonna do something or you're not gonna do nothing. Either way, the next day is going to come. So also I would say do things without expecting anything. Don't expect to sell anything. Don't expect for people to love it. Don't expect nothing but your own joy out of what you're doing. And that's exactly what I've been doing. I'm very much an overthinker. So this year and a portion of last year, I made up my mind that I'm no longer thinking when it comes to certain things. That thinking me in too much in that thing. So it's like, I'm just doing, just continue doing.
All right, now, the words to live by for sure. We're wishing you all the best. We might have to FaceTime you. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to be able to catch the ferry, if one person will have to go over or whatever. But of course, we are going to try to be there with you in spirit, certainly. For people who are already in St. Thomas and for people who would love to go across, just remind us of the details of the event.
Yes, definitely if you're in St. Thomas or you're willing to catch the ferry, it will be March 11th to the 22nd in Charlotte, Amali. The gallery is called 81C.
All right. Now, thank you so much for your time. We know you still have a lot to do. So we'll be seeing you again soon. Any final words for the public?
Thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for buying my art, viewing my art, even if you didn't buy it. And visit my website, grimmart.org.
All right. And thank you so much, viewers, for joining us here today. Teia will be seeing you again soon, so I won't even say bye to you. Viewers, you stay tuned to 284 Media for more great content.